This is Duke University.
And now it is my pleasure to introduce our commencement speaker, and I wonder if he might come stand next to me. Come on. Popular man. Let's do this. I asked Mike Krzyzewski to be our commencement speaker because as much as anybody, he symbolizes the culture of excellence that we at Duke all share in. The most profound work of this university is the development of human potential by exposing it to exacting standards. Athletics isn't the only way we engage this process, but it is the most publicly visible way, and at its best, it is a symbol for all the rest. Mike, your mission is to take talented players and help them reach to become the best they have it in them to be. In that, you are a teacher and a symbol of the power of all teachers. If we do not award you an honorary degree today, it's because technically we're not allowed to because you're an employee of the university, but really because your house is so cluttered with awards and prizes we knew you didn't have room for any more. Coach K's record of achievement is extraordinary and known to you all, and perhaps you would like to recite it along with me. He was the first men's basketball coach in Division I history to win 1,000 career wins. He's had 32 NCAA tournament bids, 12 Final Fours, 5 national championships. And his players are true student athletes. 67 of Mike Krzyzewski's players have been named to the All-ACC academic team, including 5 members of the national championship team of 2015. A graduate of the United States Military Academy at West Point, Coach K has continued to put his gifts in the service of this country, serving as head coach of the U.S. men's national team and leading the team to 5 gold medals, including Olympic gold in 2008 in Beijing and 2012 in London. The spirit of service makes itself visible in our local community as well. Every time you drive down Duke University Road, you have driven past the Emily K. Center, established by you in honor of your mother, who had only an 8th grade education and was for that very reason determined that you would get a full education. This year, the Emily K. Center celebrates its 10th anniversary and celebrates the graduation from college of its first cohort of students. In all, Coach K has been named National Coach of the Year 12 times, and he was once named by Time Magazine America's Best Coach. That's it, the best coach every year of every possible sport in all levels ever. To salute today's graduates and inspire them to lift themselves to the highest level of performance and perfection they can, it is my honor to introduce America's best coach, Mike Krzyzewski.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I stole your bottle of water.
Stealing water. It's a great day. Not a good day. It's my first time. I've never spoken at a graduation. I've been asked really about 100 times to speak at graduations around the country, and I saved myself for you. I'm not kidding. It was a dream of mine. 69-year-old guy's dream. We dream of winning next year, too. So you should want me to dream. But I've dreamed of this day, just like you've dreamed of this day. And it's an honor for me to have an opportunity to speak to you. President Broadhead, faculty, the Board of Trustees, all you all out there, parents, friends. I say y'all now. Grew up in Chicago, I used to say yous guys. I still sweeten my tea though, so I haven't changed completely. But I just want to thank you for the opportunity to be here. Actually, I want to thank you for just letting me out of the house. The last 6 weeks have been kind of trying for me. I had knee replacement surgery 6 weeks ago today. It's fun. And then, you probably don't want to hear this, but I had hernia surgery on Monday. I'll talk about the knee replacement. I went into the knee replacement surgery, and I was 6 feet tall, and I looked like a cowboy. I'm very bow-legged. And I came back, and I'm 6'1" on my left side, and about 5'11 and a half on my right side. The interesting thing about it is that I really didn't need knee replacement surgery, but what it did, it straightened my left leg. My right leg is still bowed. So if I was in shorts, not that you would be looking at me, and I'd be walking away, I would be the letter D. So for all you guys who get cat tattoos and that, come on, man. I went the extra spot there. But anyway, I'm doing great. To be with all of you it's an honor. The reason why all of us are here is because of you. For the last 36 years, I've had an opportunity to be a member of the Duke team, and that's what we are today. We're the Duke team, and we're the Duke team because of you. We're really the best university in the world, and the reason for it is, one, by the way, how about the dream team of honorary recipients of degrees today? Huh? Charlie and I are good friends. Who would have ever thought, Charlie, that you would be on a dream team, for crying out loud? But the reason we're the best is that obviously we can hold our own academically with anybody. But people-wise, this school searches for good people with character, and people who want to make this school better. And our faculty allows you not just to teach you, but you teach them. And I love that approach. And as a result, we are an emerging university. We should never try to copy what anyone else is doing. You know what? We should just be Duke, because being Duke is great. This is the first time I'm in a robe. When I graduated from college, we were in uniform. And Emil, I like it. I think for the Final Four next year. I think it'll be a great symbol of what academics and athletics, the marriage of it here at Duke, is sitting on that little stool in front of 75,000 people and 28 million on TV. I think it's a good statement. What do you think? Not bad. When I think about my graduation, which is, 47 years ago. I was a child prodigy. I graduated when I was 8. But I want to ask you a question. How do you feel? How do you feel right now? Some of you are hungover, I know that. So you're not allowed to answer. Just sit there and prop them up, all right? But you got to feel a little bit proud, huh? Maybe a lot proud, excited, maybe a little bit nervous about what's ahead. I try to remember 47 years ago how I felt. I was proud. We're graduating from the United States Military Academy, but I was really hurried. There was graduation, then I had to move out of my room, and I was getting married at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Just to wonder, how many of you are getting married today? Oh, my wife is way up there, 47 years, and Mickey, thank you. One of the cool things when I graduated, though, our class had a motto. It doesn't have to rhyme. Ours did. We said, best of the line, the long gray line, 69. So I was, thinking of you guys, and I'm thinking, you don't have a motto, do you? I mean, you don't come up with a motto like we did some pretty good things. We're the class of 16, or, and so I thought about it, and I said, you know what? This is a great class. And my motto for you is, we're the class of 16. We expect great things. We expect great things. We did not come to Duke to do ordinary things. This is not an ordinary school. We came to Duke to be prepared to do great things. Now how do you do them? The great thing, I'm going to sit on the quad and I'm going to wait for that damn great thing to come up and hit me. I'm going over to shooters and see if, maybe some other great things. And you can't wait for great things. A long time ago, President Broadhead mentioned about my mom. My mom, Emily, never went to high school. She eighth grade. She went to 8th grade twice. I asked her, Mom, twice, what happened? She says, the teacher loved me, Mike. Just loved me. But she was wise. Before going to high school, I grew up in the inner city of Chicago. I went to Catholic school, Catholic boys' school, and you take buses, city buses. The night before I'm going to high school, starting high school, my mom sits me down. I'm like a wise punk, 14-year-old kid who knows everything. And my mom says to me, Michael, sit down. And I said, what do you want, Ma? Come on. And I got to go with my guys. And she says, tomorrow, I want to make sure you get on the right bus. I said, come on, Ma. Damon to Armitage, Armitage there. I can go Division of Grand. I know the city. And she says, Michael, that's not what I'm talking about. Tomorrow, you're going to meet new people. You're going to get on a different journey. And the bus that you drive, make sure that it's the right one. Make sure that you only let good people on it. And if you get on someone else's bus, make sure it's with someone who's good. It's really the main thing that I've done my whole life. I've sought good people. And that's why I'm at Duke for 36 years. How can you be better? How can you be better? And so, as you move forward, choose your occupation and all that, but choose people. Good people will make you better. Believe me, good people will make you better. When I went to West Point, I eventually got to West Point as a result of that. And I learned a lot of things, but there are 3 things I'd like to pass along to you. The very first thing I learned is to find my heart. I saw, I listened, I learned. But when I was there, I found out that it doesn't become yours. You don't own your knowledge. You don't own what you do unless it hits your heart. And so I coined the phrase, and you've heard, people have said it's not original, but I was going to follow my heart, and I was going to own everything I did, and I was going to do it in an environment where there would be good people, wherever that would take me. The 2 other things I learned was that you weren't going to do it alone. Great things usually don't happen to one person. They happen to a group of people. And so I learned that in order to do something, you want to be on good teams. You form teams. And then the final thing that I learned was that failure or any type of setback was not a destination. How could it be a destination if you expect great things? So when you get knocked back, that's not where you were going to be. There was something good about getting knocked down as long as it wasn't your destination. So as you go forward, what I'd like to tell you is find good people And how do you build good teams? Don't just go into a situation, and you may be the leader of the team. You may be a member of the team, but try to build good teams. When we try to build good teams, what I try to do is get people together, and we don't have rules. Should I tell President Broadhead? Yeah, no rules. What we have are standards. And a standard's the way you live and the way you do things all the time, and you require other people to do it all the time. So on all the teams that I'm on, whether it be the Duke team or the U.S. team, you'd be shocked. We even have these meetings with LeBron, Kobe, and Kevin Durant and Westbrook and all these guys. We sit around and say, how are we going to live? And we talk about fundamental things, communication. We're going to look each other in the eye. We're going to tell each other the truth. We're going to have each other's back. We're going to show strong faces. We're never going to be late. We're going to be enthusiastic. We're going to win and lose together. Those are great standards. And when you do them, sometimes when you find your heart and you're in a team, you have a bad day. And so someone who else is on your team can help you. I'm looking out in the audience, and a face that I've seen many, many times has helped me. Emil Jefferson, And you think he's just got that phony smile of his. But every once in a while, when you're on a team and it's not going well for you, you can look in someone's eyes or hear someone's voice. And so you can have a good day. That person can get you to find your heart that day. Many times, I'm at, there's a timeout or at halftime or whatever, and I feel I'm not as enthusiastic as I should be. I'm not as confident. And all of a sudden, you look into another team member's eyes. You hear that voice. And all of a sudden, you find your heart again. And so don't do it alone. And there are times, like a year ago, our whole team was in trouble. We're playing in a national championship game, and none of us had good heart with about 13 minutes to go, except one guy, Grayson Allen. Grayson, baby Grace. Grayson Allen, and this is for you to understand about your teams. On any team that you're on, everybody is important. There is no depth chart. Everybody has a chance to help that team find heart, purpose, and to achieve the day, to win the day. On that day, the last player on our team went for a loose ball, and when he went for the loose ball, he got fouled. We got possession, and when he got up in front of 72,000 people and 28 million people, and he never talked in practice, never said a damn word. And he got up, and as he got up, I wish I could look like him. It's a good thing that I got the robe. Imagine me being Grayson. And he gets up and he says, "Let's go!" And then he paused, and again he said, "Let's go!" You can go too. No, I mean here. I mean like go, stay and go. All right, you know what I mean. What happened then to our team was it was pumps on our heart. And everybody found their heart again, and we found it. And so on the teams that you're on, listen to everybody. I'm proud that he had the guts to say something. On a lot of teams, people don't say anything. Don't make that what your team does. And then when somebody does say it, somebody who's in another higher position doesn't say, "What are you talking about?" Instead, they listened. On that day, my team talked and my team listened. My team found its heart and my team won the national championship. Expect great things. You know, when I'm with the U.S. team, sometimes you'll be in a position like a number of these people are, where you're at the board of trustees or whatever, and all of a sudden, all the people in the room are big-time players. Big-time players. I see that when I coach our U.S. team. You know, a lot of times, big-time players are protective of their hearts because they're the heart of their teams, the LeBron, the Kobe, the Carmelo, the Kevin Durant, and Westbrook, and Paul, and all these guys, and all of a sudden you're in a room with them and you say, oh my God, I got to coach them. I got to get them to find one heart. And so sometimes you have to get them to feel something. Instead of just feeling it and saying, you guys have to feel this, you put them in a position to feel. And what we did was we got as a partner the United States military. And we brought in wounded warriors. We visited Arlington Cemetery. We did things with our troops. We did things with people who understand selfless service and really have the biggest hearts in our country. And as a result of being with them, they felt it. And as a result of that, we played with one heart. And so when the stuff hits the fan, and you're in Beijing, and you're up by 2 against Spain, and there's 8 minutes to go, and the world's looking, and there's a timeout, and you look at one another, instead of calling a play, we just said, you know what? It's time to be ourselves. It also was time to let the Mamba out. And Kobe went nuts, all right? And so when you're on a team, understand that there are different ways of finding heart, and everybody's valuable. But I mentioned one other thing about a failure or a loss is not a destination. Whatever you're going to be doing, you're going to get knocked on your butt. If you're not knocked on your butt at times, means that you're not really extending yourself to really try to do it at the best of your ability. What I've found, because you expect great things, when you do get knocked down, that's not where you're going to stay. And so how do you get up? Whenever that happens to you, I've found there are like 4 things that you do. The very first thing is you remember attitude. Understand that whatever degree you have and whatever degrees you hope to get, there's nothing more important than attitude. There is nothing more important than attitude, and it's your choice. You have a choice of what type of attitude you have. And so when that happens, your attitude has got to be, this is not where I'm staying, man. We're getting up. The second thing is you have to have a belief. You have to have that heart, so find it again. You have attitude and you have belief, and the reason you got knocked back is because there's probably something you had to change. So figure it out. Figure it out and prepare. Attitude, belief, preparation. And then the coolest thing is then execute. Execute what you've just had a great attitude about, belief, and preparation. And as a result, you'll probably hit something that you never would have hit before. Every one of the honorary degree recipients had those moments. Look, we have a guy up here who found a cure to smallpox. You got to be kidding me. How the hell did that happen? It didn't happen by him sitting on his butt and saying, man, I can't do this. You know, great attitudes, great beliefs, great preparation, and great execution. And so, as you go forward, it's now time for you to go. It's game time. You're going to get your degrees here. It's game time. And it's time for you to display the heart, to find your heart, to find teams, and to go for it, to expect great things. At some time today, I wish I could give you a gift, each one of you a gift. You probably would want a gift too. Hopefully it's a national championship next year. But on all of our social media, Twitter, Instagram, all the stuff that we do, I'm going to send you a card, a graduation card. I'm trying to get it okay where I can send it to your email. And it'll be a reminder of what we've talked about today, about what we talked about today. But to me, in going forward right now, it's game time. Imagine yourself in a locker room. We've talked about what we're going to do. We've got we're going to get the diplomas. We got the stuff that we're going to need to do. And now you're ready to play. On August 21st in Rio de Janeiro, hopefully our team will have qualified for the gold medal game. And we'll be playing for the gold medal. Yes, I dream of that too. And before that game, we're going to be in a locker room. I'm going to ask you to do what I'm going to ask the team to do that day, and what I've asked some national championship teams to do, and some Olympic gold medal winning teams to do. I'd like for all of you to stand up. Can you stand? The people who were out last night, stand up. What I would like for you to do with the person next to you is lock arms. Just lock arms, okay? And now be strong in locking arms, okay? Do you feel something? You're damn right. You feel part of being on a team. And when I say three, I'll say 1, 2, 3, by the way. Some of you are not college graduates yet. 1, 2, and when I hit 3, I want you to squeeze real hard. And I want you to say together. And that's what I would like for you to do as you go forward. Use what you have, follow your heart, and do it together. 1, 2, 3. Together! Let's go. Coach K out. All right?